Good morning. We are here bright and early to give you this look bright and early of the new Clash 100 Pro V3. A lot has happened since the introduction of this racket, and let's see if Wilson keeps up with the tech in this review. With this new fierce cosmetic on the Clash, we had to do it some justice, and we decided to string it up with Luxilon ALU Big Banger Power in the limited edition black. It goes well. What do you guys think? It normally was a fiery red and now it's a bit stealthy. Do you think it's the right look? And we decided to do it at 53 pounds. The new Wilson Clash 100 Pro V3 updates in 2025 with some slight specification changes. It keeps that same 100 square inch head with a new slightly lighter unstrung weight of 305 grams equaling 10.8 ounces, creating a swing weight of 327, putting the balance point at the 12.6 inch mark, making it 7 points head light on this standard length 27-inch frame with a constant wide beam of 24.5 millimeters. It has a slightly dense pattern of 16 by 20, an incredibly soft RA of 55, and it comes available in grip sizes 1/8 through 1/2 with the Wilson Pro Performance grip stock on this frame. The new updated color has much more black and an iridescent red accent with the embossed Wilson and Clash logo on the sides. In big news where it comes to the Clash, I used to personally like that 98 square inch racket, that model, gone. Players learning the game starting at a young age with that 100 UL, gone. They've trimmed down the lineup, so if you want the heavier weight, you are now restricted to only this 100 square inch size, which is a little bit helpful with that 1620 pattern. You have the standard Clash 100, the oversized Clash 108 for the league players, and then that midweight Clash 100L. So not as many offerings in 2025 when it comes to this racket, but still an excellent choice for anybody seeking comfort from the Wilson lineup. I know it's on all of your minds and the first thing that hits the comments, but what is new about this version 3? And having spoken to the people at Wilson, what they told me is that the Clash Variation 1, that first Clash, was as comfortable as it comes. It had the softest flex, and it was almost like a noodle, a wet noodle. So in version 2, they stiffened up the racket, added an extra string, and made it a firmer play but still soft. And now in version 3, they've taken it a step back. So they're between version 1 and version 2. So not as soft as that initial launch and not as firm as version 2. So somewhere in the middle, a moderate change, but there you have it. For those of you considering the upgrade, now you know if it's worth it or not. From the baseline, there were some positives and some negatives for this racket. Let's talk about the positives. The positives are mishits were a breeze. You can hit it anywhere on the racket and not have any trouble with it, whether you're hitting it out wide, stretched out, on the rise, late, early, it all seems to blend in and give that response that you want. So that is a huge positive for the racket. The downside, in my opinion, that this is a heavier weight racket in that weight class number 4, yet the plow through and the penetration is not great. So what I mean by that is if I hit a normal ground stroke, I anticipate it to hit the court and carry and hit that back curtain. But on this one, you're gonna see it too bouncing to the back curtain because it just doesn't penetrate enough. And that's that soft flex that makes it so comfortable is gonna hold you back on that piercing shot that you like if you wanna be an aggressive player. So you're gonna notice that the balls sit up. If you have an open court and you're normally pushing your opponent off the court and hitting it, you might dangle it just a little bit and keep them in the point and not finish it out like you used to. Many players don't talk about it, but at net, for me, this is a superb racket. And what I like about it is that pocketing feel, that connected feel, and the end result of where the ball is landing. So I feel like if I'm jammed up, stretched out, high volleys, low volleys, no matter where, as long as I can get it somewhere on the big surface area of this racket, I'm getting a quality volley that's pocketing and releasing the way I like it. So even on the half volley where I'm serving and volleying in my doubles match, I have a little bit of response where I can tweak and still set the ball. I feel like on a normal racket, if I'm a touch off or if I don't time it just perfectly, that response is so quick with a miss. But this one, I get a little bit more sensory reaction that I can correct my shot and still hit a quality volley. Now, what is all of the hype when it comes to the Wilson Clash? And that can be analyzed quickly with the word flex. A normal racket will flex and kind of peel back, so staying firm at the handle and folding back. And on this racket, there is torsional stability and 360-degree flex. So that means this racket can bend and pocket and curve in all 360 degrees of that racket. And what you get essentially is a sweet spot from frame to frame, almost the full 100 square inches of sweet spot. You get tremendous dwell time and ball pocketing so that it is a comfortable ride. And I like a racket like this because I have a tough shoulder that has seen too much tennis. I heard it in my platform years, my pickleball, my padel, my tennis. I'm on the court too much, and a racket like this allows me to be on court 7 days a week, pain-free. So if that is at the top of your list of what's keeping you from playing your best tennis, you have to consider the Wilson Clash. Thank you so much for watching our review, but before you go, please hit that subscribe button as we have another 4 or 5 clashes to review for you, so don't miss out.